Hello, everybody. I have gotten a ton of questions on Facebook groups and everything else on how I make my screenshots and how I make them look so good. And I'll put up an example now. We're just gonna jump right into it because it's a lot to go through and it's hard to understand when you first do it. Going into your browser, you're going to look up Andrew's Sim4 Studio, and this is what the website looks like, and I will also link it below in the description. You're going to scroll down and download the first one, which is the Pose player. Then you're going to scroll down and find this one, which is the Teleport Any Sim mod, and you're going to download this one. When you download them, you're going to go into your documents. This is for Windows, by the way, not Mac. You're going to go into Documents, Electronic Arts, Sims 4, mods, and place them right in your mods folder. It is a script mod, so it needs to be put in a main folder and not a subfolder. So after that, we're going to look for a pose. They have a lot on Tumblr, a lot on Pinterest, but this one I'm going to use for my family. It's by 𝕤𝕚𝕤𝕖, and it's 146 pose pack family. Going into your game, you're going to go into build and buy mode and look up, teleporter. And it should be this little knight mannequin guy. And we're going to place down how many Sims that we are going to post. So in this case, I have a family of 5. I just put 1 down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And also another thing that I use, which you don't have to, but I do, is the ISO camera by 𝕤𝕚𝕤𝕤𝕤, and 𝕤𝕚𝕤𝕤𝕤 is an amazing mod creator. So this is the full control camera. It is almost like camera mode, which is tab. This makes better screenshots for me because it doesn't disrupt any of the Sims, and I really like that about this mod. So now we're out of build and buy mode. I'm going to click teleport a sim here, and we're going to teleport our first sim, which is my founder. We're going to teleport Aria, which is her kid, her husband 𝕤𝕚𝕤𝕤, and her twins Koa and Prim. As you see, there's no more blank statues. I'm gonna start off with 𝕤𝕚𝕤. So if we go pose by pack and scroll down pose family by 𝕤𝕚𝕤𝕤𝕤, I want to do this one down here. This is for teenagers, but I'm going to switch it a little. Instead of the teenage boy, I'm gonna do the dad and pick 𝕤𝕚𝕤𝕤, click pose by pack, go down to the same pose and scroll down to the pose that I used for the last sim. Another tip is sim that you chose to pose will always be in the top left corner. For this one, I'm going to pick teenage girl. Even though she's not a teenage girl, I'm going to snap them into place quickly. So now we're going to pose Aria. We're going to go to the same pose, scroll down, child, and now we're going to go ahead and pose the twins. So this is Koa, pose by pack, 𝕤𝕚𝕤𝕤𝕤, scroll all the way down, toddler with teenage boy, and I'm just going to play it, and then pose Prim. And we'll go down here, toddler with child. So now they're all posed. I don't want their outfits, so I'm going to quickly jump into MC Command Center and change their outfits. Now that they're all posed and they're in the outfits that I want, I'm going to go ahead, jump into the ISO camera, or you can use the regular Sims camera. It doesn't matter. I prefer ISO camera. Take photo. And with this camera, it works a little bit like camera mode. It's Q to go down, E to go up. I'm going to center it. And if I want, I can add filters, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take one of each. So one of the big portrait, the medium portrait, and the small portrait. That's just a personal choice of mine because I prefer to have multiple ones to choose from. If I don't want a big one, then I can go to the medium or the small one, and vice versa. Now for our regular screenshots. That was for family wall screenshots like I have here. So you can just drag them from your Sims inventory and hang them up on the wall. Going into our mod menu, which is Control Shift and C, I'm going to type in testing cheats on and headline effects off to get rid of that plumb bob that was on her head. And we're gonna go into camera mode. Okay, I'm gonna center it there. So now that I'm here, I'm going to go into SRWE, which is what I use to take my screenshots with. It makes them better quality. You don't have to do this, but I prefer to do this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the width and height, and you'll see that it's going to change to a smaller screen and a more zoomed in screen. F12 for my gshade toggle cinematic DOF, which adds some depth to the background. So I'm going to focus it right there, which yours should be defaulted to C. Mine is defaulted to scroll lock. So I'm going to run into my pictures, check and see how it came out. And it came out super good. Yay!